following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. Good evening and welcome to Game 3 of our 4 stream games and a total 5 across this day number 2 of Aquatic April. Tonight we have the lid lifter of the Salmon region here between Gman, the 4 seed, and the 13 seed Austin Rogers. Gman had a tough out in his first round, being a 2 seed, being upset. There's plenty of discussion about that we don't need to discuss. It's a new tournament. Austin Rogers looking to try and pull a big upset, and I don't know what you would do if you were G-Man and losing 2 straight in the first round, being a higher seed, but that is the discussion we'll go through as we go on tonight. Let's take a look at what has gone on today. We had Cody Lamas start the day knocking out Clint in a 4-1. Clint took game 1, and then Cody rattled off 4 straight wins, showed he was the better player in that one. He is the 5 seed advancing in the Shark region. And then in the Tuna region, we just got done with it. We've all caught our breath from a scintillating series between Christian Tago and Austin LaPlante. Tago getting the better of ALP, although that series could have easily gone either way. Could have gone 7, but he was able to get it done in 6. Coming up here, we have G and Austin Rogers, and then non-streamed later at 10, we got Kev and Brock, and then when we're done here, a little after we're done here with G and Austin, we are going to go to our first streamed after dark match of this tournament, as Nick and MGR will square off in the Dolphin region. Kevin Brock, of course, being in the Tuna region, which you saw earlier. That is, I believe I have that wrong, actually, because there's no way that's 7-10s. I'll have to double check that. But in any case, let's go to the pod bracket. I know, but I have them both saying tuna, which I think we have an error there. Because, yeah, that's salmon. That's written wrong in the sheet, I think. Yeah, that's salmon. Okay, excuse the error. We'll get that fixed up. Anyway, we have G and Austin here on the bottom part of this half of the bracket, this top half. Charles Sanford, who is with us here, will help me with commentary tonight. He is the top seed in this region. He'll play 9 Eastern on Sunday night against the 16 seed Eric Monaco. Chamek and Zay will get a morning match tomorrow, at least morning Eastern, 10:30 tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. And then 10 Eastern on Tuesday, Dark and Aiden Smith will round out this bracket. So now we take it into the scene here. We take it down to the table, and it is G and Austin Rogers. These two looking to try and find some momentum. G definitely has a lot of pressure on his back after a tough upset loss in March. So joining me here tonight, we got Charles Sanford and Yoshi. And Sanford, I'll turn to you first. We've seen both these guys have an early exit. Who do you think needs this more? I mean, I think we can all say it's G-Man. So I'll actually ask this. Asked and answered. I'm just rattling off. Sanford, what do you think the keys are for these players tonight to pull off a win? G trying to get back on the train here, and Austin trying to pull a huge upset here as the 13 seed.
Obviously, neither one wants to go 0-2. So you could almost make the argument there that either one of them really needs this one. Who needs it more is kind of just a toss-up. In terms of the keys, I think the issue for both is also similar as well, because it's a matter of, okay, who's going to be able to set aside the issues in the mind, basically, of trying to rebound from where they were in March to try and get a job done here in April. For Gman, he knows that a lot of people are saying, well, if he loses this one, it's going to be pressure cooker for him going down 0-2. For Rogers, maybe a little bit less pressure in that sense, because no one's really expecting him to go ahead and win this one.
Think he's going more with that kind of house money approach if he can pull off some big wins for Rogers. And going over to Yoshi here, you look for a rebound tomorrow, and so I ask you for both these guys, what is the mindset to get into to find a rebound win here in round 1 in T2?
I think a part of it is, don't let the first loss get to you. I mean, regardless of how you lost, that tournament's already over, and now you have another chance to get a win. This especially matters more than the last one, because going down 0-2 for many people is basically Super League chances over. I mean, with maybe some exceptions, but very unlikely.
It's a steep hill.
Yeah. I think for both these players, though, regardless of their chances, they definitely need this win if they want to continue on having a chance to get to the top spots. Especially Gman, since he's been in that position before, wants to try and match it and get to the Super League once again. Rogers could, if he gets this win, it could be a big statement. Yeah, there's a decent amount on the line, of course. Not going to be the end of the world if they lose, but it definitely will lead to a lot of ground to make up. So it's really just focusing on the match at hand, not thinking about the past, and just focusing on what's happening right now.
Great stuff, Yoshi. Thank you. And I'm happy to be here I did stream the T1 finale in D2. Happy to be here for my first D1 stream running the actual thing other than just doing back end. So, G-Man and Rogers, I will turn it over to Charles Sanford for game 1 on the table, and I'll take the call.
Well, G-Man, you know how this goes. You have to call for game 1. Everything's on the table.
G-Man had some background noise. Both these guys can be typing. We're going to start with that.
It's going to be already set up then.
Yeah, all right then.
So go ahead and join.
Is it set to 7? Y'all can join up. All right.
Yeah.
So we started on the 7. We're starting on OG for G-Man, and we'll see how that fares for him. This, as we've said many times, game 1 is that feel-out process. Green skip to start this one. Open door.
Hey, I've seen that one.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we've seen that a couple times on our previous stream between ALP and Tago, and Drip lurking in the chat, and G-Man will open with the green 4. He'll keep it cool, and now it's first turn Rogers, and he'll drop the green 1, and they'll play it cool to start off. G-Man with the 3.
A little triple up.
Yeah, triple up indeed. And Rogers already
There's
out
the
of that
first
green.
draw.
And G
they're
is
both
out
gonna
of it
draw.
as well.
Wow, they both run out.
They will both drive down to Draw City. They'll start the car. Let's see if they keep going. Oh, and then switch to blue. Potentially a top deck right there.
Okay.
And quick switch, and 1 down for G with the 2. Jailbreaks him. They didn't go far towards Draw City. They're in the blue, and here's a scare
Rogers
from Rogers. And
here we go.
And G mid-run check, and that's going to be a 1-2 punch. Rogers down to 4. And so is G-Man. They are tied at 4.
That's the second blue 2.
No.
And
doesn't draw.
Quadruple it.
Okay.
A little cubing.
Up to the 8. Definitely a lot of pace control we're seeing here early. This is a lot different from what we've seen in our first couple games here today. Seen a lot more, at least a little bit more speed to it. Maybe not lightning fast in our first 2 series, but we're starting to really slow it down. And why not? Oh, there's some fireworks. +6,
Gets
and he's
the
down to
Uno.
Uno. So 6 freshies to Rogers, and Gman with the red 1 calls check. What will Rogers do to respond?
Has 6 freshies.
Indeed, he does. He's taking his time. Both these guys taking their time, trying to think about what move they're going to make next. Definitely not a bad strategy here. And Rogers is going to clap back with the reverse.
Maybe
Question
going for the numbers or the color swap.
Yeah, I feel like you have to do a color swap if you're going to drop a reverse there. Although,
well, maybe not. I mean, you might just try and bank that he doesn't have a second.
Does he dare him? Oh no!
Whoa,
There he goes.
+4 and
Yellow.
Yellow.
Drops the yellow. And to
That's
the 8.
Pandora's box, actually.
Yeah. Scoreboard flipper for sure.
Half
Cancel out the
from
4.
Gman.
Still had 2 though. And he'll cut it in half with a 4. These guys definitely exhibiting good pace control. And another 9 in the 4.
Double yellow 4 from Gman.
And he's up by a pair per that table check. And Rogers will continue to play it cool. And 1 down to the 6.
There's a switch.
Can someone change the channel status, by the way? I forgot about that. To the blue, and he's in check. He's in check for the second time. Does Rogers have another response?
That does show that he could have.
He did switch on a while, but does he? Nope, he's going to draw.
I think I know what Gman had at the end, and great play.
Oh, now he's in check.
Rogers on the turnaround.
Gman doesn't have a response. Does Rogers have game 1?
Very crazy.
Does he have it?
He
does.
He
on the 4. Rogers with game 1. There you go.
I mean, even if Gman's last color was red, he probably had to go for that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Gman, I gotta ask because I think I know. Was it red 1, blue 1, the combo at the end there when Rogers pulled the red reverse +4?
Not quite.
Okay.
All
right. You can ask
question
Rogers your question.
Yeah,
sure,
you kind of took that one from me. It's fine. Game 1 was a feeler. Yeah, that's what we say a lot. Rogers, I'll turn to you. Gman was in check twice, and you just seem to have the response for it. And great game 1 win. I guess I would ask how. God, I can't think.
Rogers, was this a case of wanting to try and get on the board early, considering some of your struggles with getting some game wins and your losses?
There you go. Appreciate that. So just a 4-minute one, 4.5 minutes on that. Need momentum.
That's why I pushed for game 1.
That's fair enough. When you're in that situation trying to find an upset, you definitely got to find some momentum. So still an open board. And he continues to let him keep typing. Yeah, Gman still an open board with the game 1 loss. He picked the OG. Need to stay hot, can't stay even. Yep, I would agree with that. Ooh. Definitely.
Interesting. Was that you trying to ask Gman what he wanted, or that was kind of a little bit wishy-washy?
Oh, that was just a comment.
I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think Sanford, why don't you go ahead and ask him? We'll go down to the table here. I think he's readying his answer to the question.
I think he is anyway. Yeah. So Gman, obviously you're down 1-0 early on. You have everything on the board for you for game 2. What would you like for the card start?
He's going 12. Yoshi, take this call.
Okay. Going up a little higher now. We'll see how Rogers can handle it. We're gonna see G-Man join up first. And this might be where G-Man starts switching, instead of the normal 7 might go up and low. We'll see. But we're gonna start with the blue 8, the 12 cards. G-Man has the first move. We'll see if he can get one back.
All right, Yoshi, and again, we're seeing that pace control exhibited here. G-Man going to take his time making his first move, and he's going to do a quick double and put 2 more on Rogers to start. So now he's got
puts him
14.
into the double OG.
Yeah, he's down to the double OG at 13. Or no, he's not.
14.
14, double OG, yeah. And he'll keep it cool with the 3 to the 7
Solid
for
play
G.
there. Gman with the blue 7. Now we wait for our Rogers response.
Yeah. And he'll switch
There's
to
the
red.
color swap.
I feel like we had one of these nights in March where like we had like a really crazy series and then we have a series like this and it feels like so like an adrenaline crash, you guys. Like this like after what we just watched between Tago and ALP, this feels like an adrenaline crash as Green Wild for
Even with the
G-Man.
wild.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Welcome
Yeah,
in
it's a
Stingray.
nice test. Oh, and pick plays a 0.
With the 0 show
Okay,
going
so
G
both
quickly to
players
the 8.
rolling with it.
I think Stingray joined.
Yeah,
Could be
that was
wrong, though.
Stingray.
Oh, he's gonna be able to switch out of it.
It's going to be a red 8 from Rogers.
And red 8.
Solid play, but does G-Man have something?
Now it's just
Oh,
Has the
he's
half
yeah,
shell
wait on
okay.
the
special. Gman
yellow.
always,
Cuts it in
Gman
half
always
to
usually
4.
good on masking that.
For sure.
And up to the 7.
That's the second red 7 for Austin there. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
They're both typing.
Yeah, both players typing. It's
And,
He was
here's
looking for
here's a
that.
double, at
Double.
least for G.
Rogers checks the table. I like that.
2 cards to him. He's at 11.
There's down to 2.
Wow.
Down to 2.
And that might be game.
Would it be? It will.
Ooh,
And G with a
oh.
fiery response, and it's 1-1 now. It's a best of 5. And we'll go to G first. Great win, getting that momentum back. And Stanford, if you have a question, I'm still blanking. My brain is fried.
Oh my god.
What do you do? That's a great deal. Yeah, I think, G, I don't know if you can really say much more about that than like saying that's a great deal. Honestly.
Yeah, it's just in a good hand there. I mean, you see a wild, you have 6-card run.
Also with the game, yeah. Didn't draw once, that's straight dealt. Yeah, exactly. Didn't draw at all. Yeah, Rogers didn't drop him anything either. I don't think there's really much to say about
There's not
this.
much you can really ask Rogers there, no. I mean,
I
you
don't
don't
think
really
there's
want
really
power
much
play
you
there.
can say. I mean, he had a great deal. Like even at a 12 card package, still that the deal luck can play a hand in it. And now it's 1-1, I think. Best
Oh,
of
wow.
5. I don't think there's really much you can analyze other than the fact that the bot was friendly. And Rogers is picking 10. And with only 7 off the board for him, he's going to pick 10. So, and this is into his first homestand. He's got the call for this one in the next game, game 4. And they'll both join up. And blue 6 off the start, Rogers with the first move. And once again, that pace control, very key here. They both take their time with their moves, which is definitely not a bad strategy. And a quick light switch to
Immediate
green for
color
the
swap.
6.
Mm.
He said no thanks on the blue. He's going to green, and 1-up this time for Gman with a 7.
As that was Stingray dropping out. Ditto play from Rogers.
And back to blue.
Trip
Yeah,
7
solid.
as well. Into the slots, everybody.
Definitely a test here. We'll see if Rogers can pass it. Looks like he might, but maybe he's gonna go for a switch instead of. Ooh.
Plus
Oh,
2.
he's going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna keep it blue with the +2.
There's up to the 8.
Plays it cool. Is that a
And
draw
with the
from
table
Rogers?
check, he's
Okay.
down 3. Potentially 4 if Rogers has a play here.
Oh.
See, yeah, if he doesn't have the switch, he might have to draw here. We'll see.
What does Rogers have here? Looking to get to 5. Nope.
There you
And he's
go.
going to draw.
Okay.
And G
Demon's
will
content.
continue. He will draw. And we are into a stalemate on the 8. Yeah. This is such an adrenaline crash, you guys. Both these guys looking to try and get a win here, a series win. They both would love to have it. G-Man definitely would love to have it. Or going 0-2, like Yoshi said at the top, going 0-2 is a deep hole to dig yourself out of, especially if you want to go down to Super League down many months from now. He needs this one. Rogers would love to take this
Well,
one.
not
Definitely
to
not
mention
as much.
also anyone at 0-2 through 2 turns, all of a sudden you're starting to wonder, okay, are they in the relegation zone?
Yeah, definitely relegation not off the table for sure.
Ashley's here.
As Rogers plays the red 8 off the top there to get back to 10.
You
probably
welcome
with
in
That's the first
Ashley
time
for
I'd
sure.
imagine.
Yes, first time red's been played.
Well, that and also just coming out of Draw City, he has red 2. A little Q-bird action.
See what he's looking
And
for. He's
to the
going into
yellow.
yellow, not
Rogers
wasting time.
Yellow.
But
Back to
G-Man's
red, though,
not
says
gonna let that
G-Man.
happen.
Pandora's box is open and very quickly shut.
And then very quickly shut.
Back the self ditto for
But
G.
Rogers had red. I like
He
it.
did have red. There you go.
Yeah, it's interesting
I can't,
strategies here.
I can't pinpoint what's been the key for these guys. They've just been it's been very interesting so far.
The red 4 still going for Rogers here. G-Man's just gonna get out of it.
Okay, over to green.
Ooh,
And
okay.
back
Now
again.
Austin's
Wow.
gonna be the one to switch back into red.
So they both said nope to a color switch. And it's always been
Interesting.
back to red.
Well, could this come back to bite Austin though? This G-Man might be typing something up here.
Has a double
Oh.
red skip.
Double red skip. Yep. And
Oh
there's
my
quad.
god. A flurry of skips. I mean, he's got all
Blue for the rainbow.
the color. Yeah, the color
Nope, he's gonna
advantage.
close it with a
Getting to
1.
yellow, but it's
And he's-
okay. Only to 5.
I don't know if I don't know. Do you
Interesting
guys like
timing
that?
for the
Dropping all
coin.
those skips off one shot.
It's an interesting time
see
for the
how it-
coin.
We'll
Rogers
see
for the
how
tie.
that. Yeah, we'll see how that plays into. We'll see how that ends up
As it.
as we continue.
Yeah. And to one down
G-Man's
to
got
the
the
3.
advantage here.
That,
Never
okay,
mind.
solid
Give him
+2
some.
play. I
Rogers
don't.
back in front.
Respectable.
Double play.
Yeah, just
Definitely.
gonna calm double play. Let's see what's G-Man gonna do now.
He's going to check again. Rogers at 3, and he's going to drop
He's-
one to make it 5-3 now.
He's got
Yeah.
some.
With the yellow 9.
I think he's looking.
Monkey
I
combo.
think I know what he's looking for.
The way that you're checking the table there,
Still playing.
G-Man's
Still going with
waiting.
the yellows though.
G-Man's got
G-Man's
something he's waiting to use it. Just win.
As if he has something. I'm sure he's got something, even despite all those
Yeah.
skips. And yep, he's got a skip
Ooh.
reverse.
Those
And
skips-
wild plus
those
4 for the
skips were just
red,
a
and
warning
he's
sign.
in check on the 9.
Okay, he's been here game 1, didn't work
More
out, but
freshies for Rogers now.
really gotta figure out what Gman has left now.
Rogers got to have a response. The question is, what does G-Man have? Does he have a finisher or not?
I mean, it could
Rogers
be double
loads
9.
up.
It could be obviously double red.
Yeah, I could just.
Oh yeah,
Well, there you go.
He's
That's
gonna save
that
himself
works.
there.
Stop it.
You
Self-preservation.
can't even blame that
Oh,
one.
Sean
I don't even hate it.
I mean,
Yeah, not a bad,
I mean,
not a bad move in that situation. Yep.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. Maybe not seething. And he'll drop that red 3. Could have possibly been that finishing card for him. And
gonna
into blue
switch.
for Rogers, and
Oh, and
G-Man
G-Man
does
I like it.
nothing.
There you go.
Great work by Rogers.
Great
Great work
move.
there.
Doubles up. G-Man's still drawing. Tied at 4
Four
now. Rogers
apiece.
for the lead. If they play off from here, we get to double Uno.
And 4-4. And into
With the
Wow.
green, frees
Oh,
up G-Man, I would think.
Hopefully a top deck number efficiency. There you
Well,
go. And monkey combo
some
on the
people
green.
might say
See
nice.
what Austin's going for. He's wow.
Oh, it's the multiples of 3.
Yeah,
And now it's
Okay.
that's not the first time I've seen at this game. Austin getting close.
Rogers looking for 2. Or
Oh,
no, it's
Rogers-
Uno.
Uno
Okay,
with
never
a
mind.
ditto play.
Uno.
Oh my
my
goodness,
God.
it's the
Uno,
double
baby.
Uno. Does
We have
Rogers have
double
it?
Uno.
He
And
does!
he's got the wild.
No.
Rogers 2-1. Oh,
I'll be right
man.
back. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it simple. G-Man, did you have the finishing run available to you on the red 5?
Oh, so there you go. That's a good move. Rogers,
Wow.
great win. Goodness. Wow.
That's
Super
can't even
unlucky.
do much. That's unfortunate.
Had the win there, yeah. It's tough. And that's why we play best of 7 series, guys. That's why we play best of 7 series, and a best of 3, that's it. And I'm a
Let me
UUL
try
player
and look
coming in
up-
that I like best of 3, and coming out of this now, doing my first stream here. Damn, best of 7's totally because, yeah, Rogers up 2-1. Big time win. Playing best I played in a minute. Motivated, yeah, motivated is the key. I think motivated, and also
I guess
you gotta.
the only thing I don't know if you have the question for him or not. Mine would be like a stretch.
Stretch. What do you got?
So Rogers, it goes a little bit further back, but what were you thinking when G-Man pulled off the quad skip basically in the 5-bagger? What was going through your mind there?
I think based on how these guys have responded so far to our questions, we've seen Lady Luck play a hand in this one for sure. Great deal for G-Man to get his win, and now just unlucky +2s after we had a double Uno situation. Definitely interesting so far through 3 games, and now Rogers the 2-1. And he says, knew he had a run in him, just depended on how I defended it. Had to sniff it and not let him have the momentum. Yeah, that's definitely, you gotta cut. He cut his legs out, and that's what he did with that +2. Great work from Rogers. G-Man down 2-1, and Rogers will have the call again on the table. And everyone's muted. That's great.
No, I'm here. I'm
No,
here.
you're here. Okay, Yoshi, go ahead and call them down on the table.
So this is game 4, which means Austin has the call. Yeah, and you could do that because what you can't pick right now is 7 and 10, so 9 is good.
They will pick 9. So Rogers looking to go up 3-1. G-Man could be on the ropes by the end of this one, but we will see.
They're gonna
And
join.
they both join. Yep. G-Man is deafened this time. He's tuning out the noise here. Blue 5 off the start. Rogers will take his time as they have. Definitely seeing a lot of pace control here. Yoshi definitely feels a lot different, as I've been saying, adrenaline crash, but definitely good pace control from these guys, thinking about what they need to do in each and every turn, and they've been playing great.
To be fair, that game 3 was pretty intense, to be fair. I was feeling the adrenaline again in a little bit.
Yeah, you felt that adrenaline, down the end with that double check, and that, definitely. But it just feels like a crash because of how ALP and Tago is so. It felt lightning fast in comparison to what we've seen here, but it's still a good strategy to employ.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep it cool with the blues to start. There's 9 card starts, so I think they're already no. Never mind. Okay, so G-Man I think takes the lead with that play, double play into blue 3. Oh, and he's wow, and we're going to
wild
switch with the
probably?
wild, not even a number. Yeah,
For real.
we'll see what this means for Austin here. It might just be playing a number, yeah. Just trying to wait for the right moment. Doesn't get it because G-Man's able to switch back into blue. This could be bad for Austin here. He doesn't have an
Switching to
answer.
blue. And he's gonna
Yeah,
draw.
it doesn't have an answer this time. But G-Man's gonna draw. I like that play.
Close to a classic, not quite.
Ooh, got something
It's
off the
a half
draw.
classic.
What's G-Man gonna do? Just gonna continue drawing. Is this a possible switch in for Austin here? No. Back into the draw city potentially. G-Man gonna take his time a little bit now. Controlling the
He
pace
said-
more.
Smart play, smart play.
As we said, G-Man employing the KT strategy, deafening in this game. He wasn't deafened in the previous few games. And he's going to drop a +4 down to the
Ooh.
1.
I
Yellow.
like it.
Good play.
Definitely makes takes a bit of a chance here. You don't see him going for that kind of move early like this, but he's switching his game a little bit.
Zero
There is
sugar
sugar.
this time on the
Zero.
yellow. And all the way up. All the way up to the
Oh,
net.
that's a good table check. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
exposing
people
G-Man
wouldn't
at the
think he's
3.
down
That's
that
a pretty
that
good
far.
move. Yeah,
Well,
and he'll play the 3.
Nothing else he could do yet.
Could be game for G-Man though. He's had
It could be.
This is his favorite spot.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
+4 might have been why he did the +4 because he's about to get the
Oh, yeah, there you
ooh.
go. And
Called
we
it.
are tied at 2. And the arrow's going to go the other
Nice.
way. 2-2 G-Man gets the win back after losing 2 straight. As Rogers types, I'm sure he's got some thoughts on this. G-Man, great win. Getting that, stealing the momentum back. Man had nothing. Luck of the draw. Oh, man. It's tough for Rogers, but G-Man, you found you. I don't know much more to say about that other than luck. You had a great draw, and you played all the right chains you wanted to play. How does it feel to take back momentum here? It's tie it up at 2, make it a best of 3. And give him a moment. Sanford, you were saying the 3-card spot is what he liked. Pivotal game 5. Got to use the series played out so far. Going where we want for this. Yeah, definitely. Sanford, you said he found a spot in 3 cards. I think that game was really perfect for him, and he found all the spots he wanted to hit, and he was able to snatch momentum back. How does he keep the wave going into a game 5 as we're now down to a best of 3 in this series?
Well, I think for G-Man, it's coming down to just the critical thing of ammo control of when does he use it. For Rogers, it's going to be a matter of how he can respond and try and do what's worked, which was he's found key moments where he can stall G-Man out a little bit and stall any potential runs to finish. Rogers going to have to kind of keep doing that and anticipate when those runs are going to come.
All right, and Yoshi, we're looking at the table here. The arrow shifts back to G-Man. Where do you think he would be best served going as the arrow shifts back to him for a card pick?
So far I see that the card starts hasn't been too different. I mean, we've got 7, we had 12, and then stuff in the middle. If G-Man really wants to test the waters, he could go really high or really low. But I think for the sake of keeping it in his domain, he'd probably safer for him to keep it like centralized. We'll
Both
see. He
these
might
guys like in
take
that
a little bit of a
range.
risk though.
Yeah, he may take a risk. Both these guys like a similar range between from as low as the OG up to 12 or 13. So, Sanford, you're back. You'll take the table call here for Game 5. Back to G-Man.
Just a reminder, he's won 2 and 4, so I just don't remember what the card starts were.
12 and 9.
All right, so G-Man, you can't use 12 and 9. What would you like here?
He's going to go 13.
Said.
He's going to keep it. He's going to keep it around that range. Go a little higher than where
I
he's been.
I don't mind that. That's fair play.
Yeah, it's fair play. Definitely. I think that's a good spot for him to be. He's trying to. This is a pivotal one. Game 5. 2-2
and
series.
Zero Sugar Cherry Red. You can get that at drinkmiddleroadenergy.com. Get your 4-packs today.
Bang. We love the promotion. Anyway, unfortunately don't. Maybe we should make that like into a soundboard.
Ooh,
Maybe.
that is
and
a
the zero
switch right there.
Zero switch. He said he wanted that lemon instead.
Well, we don't have. Maybe that's.
We don't have lemon, but let me write.
We don't have lemon yet.
Let me ride the wave. Yellow 5 and
back to red though.
Red from Gman.
Wow.
Okay, so he undercuts the red a little bit. Rogers has it.
Solid play. Let's see what.
Throwing some moves around here.
Dang. That's another red 5 for G-Man there.
Yeah, G-Man had both red 5s. Rogers with the red 1 this time. Playing the odds right now. Literally.
Why did I just think
Wow.
of suits? Play the odds. Play the
and
man.
we're back into yellow.
Trip
there's
7, let's go to the slots. We're into blue.
There you go.
Okay. A lot of so far in this whole tournament, we've seen a lot of trips, but not a lot of rainbows.
Definitely not. A lot of trips. We've seen a lot of good efficiencies from these players for sure.
Oh my goodness!
We go to yellow. Oh goodness!
And G-Man is able to respond once again.
They're both they're really fine. They're both really finding responses for each other. They're both finding ways to say They're both finding ways to call out their moves. Like I can do better.
Okay, this is a switch that might not go back into blue. Oh my god, it's going back into red.
There's the Trump's 9 back to red.
For the does Rogers have rainbow? Nope.
He's
got back to green. Double green 9.
No.
Okay.
And down to the 6.
Man. Yeah, these switches have been, they've been on point. But it's going to bite back for one of these people.
Yeah. It's going to bite someone for sure. They've both been playing really well. It's just a matter of who's going to have the last laugh here. This could go 7, really, with how it's felt so even, really.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
It really felt even. Like, I mean, G-Man won. I mean, Rogers did win 2 in a row, but like, it could have easily gone. They could have easily flip-flop wins. And
double plus 2. Oh my god!
Is that it? That's got to be it.
Wait.
There's no, yeah,
Okay, it's
there's no
game.
way. There's no
What?
way you leave that open.
The
Yep.
switch is. Oh
And
man, they
Austin
backfired.
Rogers, straight play. Yep. Austin Rogers is 1 win from the tied 32, and G-Man's back is to the wall
I mean,
after a
and
game
I guess
5
I'm asking the
loss.
questions probably because it seems like the short's not exactly at him. G-Man,
You
not
go
much
for
that
it.
I think he could have done here. Can't really anticipate
Rogers
3
is
plus
fired
2s there
up.
at the end. Great ammo control by from Rogers. Was there anything you could have done differently?
Nope.
There.
Okay. Yeah.
Rogers, to you, I guess. Props on the ammo control. Was that something that you had all 3 of those at the beginning and just knew you wanted to save them to the end, or was it just kind of spur of the moment, like you got to like 6 and you saw, okay, wait, I have 3 of these?
He is motivated though. For
Well, that doesn't answer the question.
Wow. What?
Doesn't answer the question.
Well,
It's always that
Okay.
one guy.
So, okay.
So the question was, did you have the 3 plus 2s from the get-go and knew you wanted to save them to the end, or was it something where you got maybe down to like 6 cards and realized you still had all 3 of them? Okay.
straight
fair.
plans. Wow.
Interesting.
Rogers really, Rogers is looking really good. Like he definitely looks like he's found some improvement since his last game. But he was so fired up, he was ready to go for that double OG for game 6 as the arrow
Yoshi,
goes
you
back
got
to
it,
him.
or-
I
I'll
haven't
do it,
seen that
yeah.
before. He was so
Alright.
excited. I think we can just roll right in. The motivation's like it's transferring to me. The arrow goes to Rogers. He picks double OG. This is an elimination scenario for G-Man, and boy does he not want it to be elimination after game 6. We start on the red 6 here for Rogers.
I don't even think anyone picked Rogers to win this one, did they?
I
mean,
I
I'll
have
check.
no idea.
I'll check
One.
after this series is over. But
Yes, we will take a look.
Ashley
on the
Ashley's
rejoins. It's a
returned.
ditto play
Ditto
from
play
Rogers
to
off the ball.
start.
Deal ditto. Bang.
Also, Rogers just advanced to level 14 on a 14 card start.
Bro, that's some stuff, man.
Okay, not wasting.
The
G-Man,
double
not
play
wasting
from
time,
G-Man, I
though.
like it.
Getting
Gotta
a
get
double
aggressive
play in.
here.
Red 3.
And down
Okay.
to the 1.
Continuing the fast pace.
Well, the red one.
Yeah, this is you're starting to find we find like spurts of pace, like
Swap over
faster
to
pace,
blue.
but they're
Okay.
mostly taking their time here. Like you'll
Austin
find spurts
starts
where they
to
go
switch
back
up.
and forth.
There's the
it did.
ditto.
The
trips
ditto
one.
play. Definitely could be something that Austin has to keep in mind. But he's gonna start with a skip. Where are we going to now? Just a double play.
Well, with that one, Rogers undoes the reverse double play from G-Man. So solid. Both players still with the power play as well.
Okay, the blue 5. Yeah, true. The power play that could. This is where you got to think it's going to be used very soon for either
Yeah,
player.
both power plays, yeah, definitely. I think both power plays still on the
Double
table.
blue 4.
It's just who think it's either if Rogers can find themselves in a good spot to win, or if G-Man might find a way to use it to steal
It's a
one
double
back,
blue
make a game
4
7.
there.
I like
Rogers
the table
checks
check
the
because
table. I
G-Man's
don't
taking his
mind it.
time now.
Because we're far enough away from the finish. I like that. I like it. Gives Rogers
I don't mind the play,
+4.
you know. Once again, firing away
G-Man
a
down to
+4 like
6.
this.
It puts Rogers back to 11.
See what Austin goes for here.
Rogers just plays it cool, goes to the opposite end of the spectrum.
And goes into the middle for G-Man.
Wow. A +2, 1-2 punch right there.
And there's a
Double
1-2
play
punch
from
back.
Gman. I like
1-2
it.
punch back. Reverse in the 8.
Undoes the +2.
Now Rogers again thinking about what he has to do. He is 1 win away from eliminating G-Man, giving him his second straight first round elimination. Rogers
Which
loads up.
I would not have seen at the beginning of the year, truthfully. Half off special from
No.
Rogers.
I
G-Man's
don't
gonna have to
think
draw
anybody
though.
would've.
This is not a good sign, but is also this
I
could be a
don't mind it.
situation.
Rogers looking for the tie.
Yeah. He's gonna
Wow,
switch.
I don't like that.
Into yellow.
Yeah, that's Pandora's. This
Maybe
could.
it's advantage G-Man as well, if G-Man can play.
Oh
It's
my
really
god!
advantage G-Man.
Triple play.
A good triple
Now, I'd
play
assume
from
there's a
G-Man.
reason for it, though, from Rogers.
Yeah, we'll see what the play is here.
There's the
Plus
reason,
2.
okay.
That's solid.
There's another +2 back at him. This really could go either way, you guys. It looks so even all night.
I still think it's advantage G-Man on the cards right now, though.
Yeah.
It
'Cause
probably.
G-Man
I
played
do think
3.
so.
Talking overall though.
No.
But, yeah.
Okay. If he's able
Oh.
to play here, he will tie. But
I'm not sure I like that. Well, I mean, solid to check, I guess, since he's behind, but yeah.
okay. Yeah, G-Man probably thinking about it.
Oh
Wow,
my.
the +4 to keep it yellow.
+4 and kept it yellow.
See how
To
that
me,
works out. I
screams-
mean,
That screams that G-Man felt like Rogers had the 4-bag thing to end on yellow.
yeah, it could be a case of he probably thinks Austin also has a lot of yellow, so it's going to be hard for him to switch out of it. Well, he's
Has
going
a
to double
double play.
play. I mean, doesn't really set G-Man back, though. Double yellow 7. Yeah, okay. We're still running the yellows.
That yellow 4. They still take their time. They've been really good at
Well, yeah, he's down to
Oh,
2.
great table check from Rogers.
I knew.
exposing G-Man in that 2
knew.
spot. He could still end it though. It's his turn. He could take it.
I mean, he could still technically power play, I think, there too, if you wanted to.
Oh, nope,
no,
G's gonna do it first.
Oh wait, yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. That's it.
That's good. That's fair.
Rogers draws.
He will draw.
And G-Man
G-Man-
forces game 7.
Great power play move. That was
You know, what's
That
funny
was
is
a
the table
great
check.
win.
I
That
didn't think
is-
it was his. I didn't even register that it was G-Man's turn on that.
well because
Yeah,
Rogers was
perfect.
typing. I
Yeah, that
think
was
he might have
G-Man's
been
turn.
out of power.
Ooh, he's the one that
Well,
mentions that.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did Rogers run one and I didn't
G-Man,
notice?
I guess. Unless Short's got the questions, I guess.
Go ahead, Sanford.
So G-Man, explain Luke on the power play. Was that just a case of rather force the game 7 using the power play than potentially leave it on the table?
Oh, he had a +4 finish. Oh, that's hindsight. Hindsight is
Wow.
2020. Wow.
Smart play from the. So then it was smart for G-Man to power play there. That was
Hindsight is
I mean, it's
2020
smart, yeah.
for G-Man. Hindsight is
It
2020
doesn't change
for
asking the
Rogers.
question, obviously.
Yeah.
G-Man
he's
says,
thinking-
need to calculate in my head what the odds of his last cards were. Decide to power play and just go vanilla for game 7. It works, obviously. It sounds like Rogers had the run to the finish, so had you not power played, probably would have been out of here on round 1 again. So
Well, Rogers
Force the
has
game
one
7 where
in
you
his
have the call.
pocket, so
for Rogers, obviously it looks like a turn too late, basically to the run almost. Your thought process going
needed.
into game 7 where you know you have the power play and G-Man doesn't. So the thought process that you have going into Game 7 where you have the power play and Gman doesn't. Or what's going through your mind, at least.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Advantage me.
He
What else is
is-
there to say? What else is there to say other than get your popcorn ready? So Rogers throwing down the gauntlet as the 13 seed.
You guys,
Wants to say good luck to G-Man.
Rogers has a new lease on this one, man.
I mean,
We've
I don't
seen
think many people. I don't think many people were picking him. So yeah, I mean,
many were
house
picking him.
money here.
Yeah, house money
And
for
anyone
sure.
that wasn't anyone that wasn't picking him, I don't think they were saying that this. Most people were saying this wouldn't even go 5, let alone it's gone 7.
Yeah. House money for sure. Well, before we get into this do or die game, I'd pose the question to you guys. So, G-Man, you don't want to go 0-2. For Rogers, you're playing with house money, and with this new lease of motivation, something we haven't seen from him. Where do we think this goes? Obviously you can't really predict who's going to win, but I guess what do you guys think what do you think is going to be the defining moment in that game 7? I'll go to Sanford first.
Well, I mean, I think the defining moment is going to be the fact that Rogers probably has the power play here. Yeah, I mean, G-Man's even saying it there.
Probably the power play, yeah.
Rogers so far has won all the odd games. G-Man's won all the evens. So you'd have to think that bodes well for Rogers, but anything can happen. I mean, G-Man plays really quick with his runs to finish. I don't know if the power play can come in handy there for him, especially because Rogers we haven't seen exhibit the ability to use that defensive power play. But maybe he's had in his back pocket as well. So I think the power play is realistically where it's going to come down to for me.
Yoshi, I'd ask you, we're seeing that, like I said, we're seeing this like newfound motivation for Rogers playing with house money. I just have to wonder, where do you think it all came from? And you think it would be more from coming from everyone picking against him, or just having that motivation to go out and torch G-Man for his second straight tournament round 1 loss?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess like it could just be a case of he's just been tired of losing so often. Like he's probably been able to maybe he just has gotten unlucky for most of his losses, and here's finally just showing what he's capable of. I think that's definitely part of it. I mean, it could just be it could also be an evolution. We never know. I haven't really seen him play outside of this league, but yeah, I think this definitely feels like a different Austin Rogers.
Yeah,
it could be a situation that he's tired of getting compared to Clint. Yeah.
Compared to Clint, yeah, that's a theory.
Could be.
So, like we said, also just before we hit this game, we want to take a look at the pod. We won't discuss too much of the top half, but down here where these two sit, I've said. Well, we'll get there in a second, but I just wanted to mention winner here gets either Dark Rain or Aiden Smith who will play Tuesday, 10 o'clock, right here. Should be fun. We'll see. But we first got to settle business here. As Austin said, I upset Peter last year. I can play. That's not a question. I don't think anybody that's a question, but you find that motivation. I think it's a great formula. So, Charles Sanford, go ahead and ask the almighty question. Game 7.
Let's see. So it's 12,
G-Man.
9, and
14.
Yeah. All right. So G-Man, 12, 9, 14. Those are the ones you can't choose for this 7th and deciding game. What's the call?
Okay, Tago. 10 it is.
10.
All right, folks, here we go. Game 7. House money for Rogers.
Oh.
G-Man needs it.
What?
Oh,
You
Intial
spelled
cards.
initial wrong.
Intial
I did.
cards.
I did.
We've did it again. It happens. But this is
There's
game
definitely
7.
something changed. There we
Both
go.
of these guys would love this win. G-Man, you'd argue, needs it if he wants to stay in Super League discussion. Don't want to go 0-2. Rogers don't want to go 0-2 either, but you're playing with house money if you're Rogers. Game 7.
And it's a blue
and
9.
it's a blue 9. And we are underway in this deciding game. And once again, we'll find G-Man taking his time, poring over his cards, trying to see what the best first play is.
You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but in an era of this bot that has been so keen to give action cards on start, I don't think we had maybe one game all series out of 7 that had an action card on start.
The green skip, yeah.
The green skip.
As there's the immediate color swap as well, and a little, Kev would say, Eason.
Yeah, I mean, a possible
And the bot tries
defining
to slow.
a possible defining moment for this game is if the bot favored one of these players, because obviously the run, if G-Man has a run, it is pretty scary, but at the same time he's probably got something prepared in case he does.
Well,
talking about
and
Rogers
obviously
playing.
when you type quick like G-Man can for these, it makes it hard to use that power play to stop any run, especially if it's like only 3 or 4 cards.
Oh,
Rogers has the
yeah.
double back. He undoes the +2 with a triple.
you're talking about Rogers playing with house money. The easy poll as of recently
Was
14 to 3.
13 to 2.
13 to 2,
my
yeah.
Oh,
13
okay.
to 2.
You have to do, because you have to take one off of each because of the
Yeah,
bot.
take one out of each. Yeah, I realized that as soon as I said it. 13 to 2. Only 2 people picked Rogers in this one per our easy
in the
poll
easy
after
poll, at
reveal.
least.
Per the easy
Wow.
poll. That's not even taking into account the people in the prediction contest. And
Well, there's probably some overlap between the two
Yeah.
groups.
yeah, exactly.
As G-Man draws, Rogers switches to yellow, so that probably is going to
Okay,
flip
solid
G-Man.
play.
Really?
Actually, that's 4.
That had
That's
to be.
4.
I would
That's
imagine
not
that almost
trips,
had to
that's
be
4.
off the draw. To
I
not.
could see it,
'cause-
but you never know.
I mean,
Well,
that would be
okay,
the.
Rogers has an
That'd be the
answer.
impression. As there's
having
the
a
zero
lot of
sugar
skips here.
blueberry. You can also get Blueberry Blast at drinkmealroadenergy.com. Buy a 4-pack today.
Bang. So
See
Rogers
what
down to
G-Man's
4.
gonna do. I could
And
see, I could see just setting him back because 4 cards, it's could be scary territory.
Oh,
he's gonna
he doesn't.
leave
Just
it.
plays the blue 8. Rogers looking for 3.
G-Man typing already. Let's see what he's planning.
Has
He's
it.
going
Goes back to yellow.
Rogers got the switch into yellow though.
I would imagine G-Man's got the yellow, but does he have an ability to play off it? He doesn't
0. It's
yet.
interesting.
Rogers looking for 2.
Maybe just hoping that Austin's gonna have to draw here because he doesn't. It's gonna be Well,
He has
okay.
it. When
Down
does
to
G-Man pull a
2.
trigger on something? He goes back to
Back into blue.
challenging Rogers.
goodness.
What did Austin say?
Power
It's
play!
a
there
wild.
it is.
I think
there
it's
it
a wild.
is. There it is.
I think it's
there
a wild.
it is. Rogers
I think it's a
drop
wild.
the power play. It's a wild. But this
It
could
might.
be the
That's
series.
what it
Rogers
feels like. But
plays.
you never. We'll see.
What's
We'll
the
see.
play?
Loads up for the series.
It's not
What?
even matter.
Oh my.
Oh, I get it. Yep, that's
Oh
good.
my.
That's good. I mean,
And that's
Wow.
it.
you might as well.
Rogers.
I guess you might as well use it, even though it didn't really matter because G-Man didn't have his anyway. But still, I respect it.
Austin Rogers
I
in
mean,
7
I'm stunned.
over G-Man.
Wow.
Who had this one? Wow.
G-Man, my heart. Oh my goodness. What can you say? A series that ended up going, basically matching step for step. Rogers takes all the odd. You took all the even. I mean, anything you could have done differently in any one game. I mean, it's a rough one.
This is the exact same way the clay game worked out. So yeah, this is unfortunate. I said it before Game 7. It seems like all the opponents I play seem to turn up, not really making any mistakes. So it's kind of difficult to find some openings there. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty frustrating way to go out. I don't really think I did anything wrong, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Don't really get the fortunes there. I mean, like Game 2, I had like multiple ways to get it done, but then either the +2 gets me unlucky or just something plays into another hand. It's just kind of unfortunate, and it's unfortunate there because that was the only play I had there, and I was thinking yellow run to the finish, but +2 in the blue 6, but yeah, I'm not really sure. It sucks, obviously. I said on the podcast before that I don't understand why people were not picking Rogers because this was the tournament where he did well last year. But yeah, obviously 0-2 the start of the year really sucks, but we'll figure out a way to get around it. And yeah, I don't really got much else to say, but
I mean, they
it's
got
a
one
tough
fight
loss,
back.
disappointing loss, but I don't know. Maybe the pressure goes down. I guess people don't really expect
Bank
more,
on it.
and sometimes it's like when you get the lower seeds, it works out better. But I'm a little frustrated with how this went because I don't think I did anything wrong. It's just it felt like another situation where cards didn't really end up lining up well for me. But
No,
I
I
mean
didn't
that just
see
happens
anything,
some days.
truthfully.
Yeah. I
didn't see
don't really
anything.
think you could fault I don't think there's really anything either one of you, whoever would have won this Game 7, I don't
Oh,
think either one of
sorry.
you could have.
Oh.
I don't,
That
I
means
don't
that.
think.
Judge.
No, honestly, I don't think there's something either of you really did to say you lost this series because of that. It's really just because, I mean, I think you both did what you needed to do. And in the end, it was Rogers who had the last laugh in this series. And, you know, I'll throw it to him here and I'll ask, we're seeing this newfound motivation from you, and this is where you do well here in April. So now you're on to round 2. What's going through your mind now that you're on to round 2? You knocked out Gman in a big upset, playing with house money. How do you feel about it? Gman again emphasizing the parallels to the clay game. Keep hating, keep sleeping. AR-44 is coming. L plan, trust it. Damn. Well, that is big. So the 4 seed in this region, G-Man, goes down to Austin Rogers, the 13. He will play either Dark or Aiden, as we mentioned. They play Tuesday night. The next match out of this region will be our first one of the day tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, as Chomik and Zay will face off in the 8-9 matchup. Good night and good luck. Thank you, Rogers. Appreciate it. Charles Sanford and Eric Monaco. Sanford, the top seed in the region, will play at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And of course, I mentioned Dark and Aiden. So I guess just some summing up thoughts here from my partners here, Sanford and Yoshi. Just I think we captured it pretty well for both the players, but I guess anything either of you, I'll start with Sanford, anything to add really from this series other than the fact that it was so even and they both did a fantastic job.
Great job by both players, truthfully. Yeah. Props to Rogers. I didn't think he had it in him. I mean, he came into this tournament. He had literally the same exact career record as Clint Buchanan. And we saw what happened to Clint. He lost 4-1 to Lamas. Which is not G-Man's night, unfortunately. And it sucks because I've been on those where you're just not getting the card luck or you're not getting at least the same card luck as your opponent. You just kick, fight, and scratch for stuff. And props. I mean, that's when you can know who's the better ones, is that they're the ones that they don't get those type of nights and they still manage to lose in 7. So G-Man's going to come back from this. I'm confident in that. It's just a matter of when, not if. And props for Rogers. Maybe April's one of his just tournaments, it seems like, I guess.
Yeah, definitely one of his tournaments. Yoshi, anything to add on here? I mean, crazy series, great entertainment here.
Yeah, so it became more apparent as the series went on that this was a very even series. I mean, it was hard to see at first because none of us really saw Austin as going toe to toe with G-Man, and here we are. I mean, this win could have got to anyone given the way they were both playing. I think it's hard to see, like I don't. It's hard to see any mistakes from either of them. I think they just had strategies, and some worked out, some didn't, and that's just the way of Uno. Sometimes, if you got an even matchup, it's just sometimes it's just take a chance if it works, and then see if it works, because sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. Um, I think they both got to the game 7, so they were both getting wins out of it. It just came down to the final game, and it was an unfortunate situation for G-Man because I think that game 5 made the difference. Once he was down 3-2, he was in pressure to use the power play. I mean, once he was down, and at the end of the day, like, he had to. So there was really he really could not have done much better. I mean, had he won that 5th game, this series could have turned out much different. So it's unfortunate to see him go out because of just the smallest of margins, but it just shows that obviously this division is just as competitive as ever, and also just that we still get surprises even in the second tournament. I mean, we have been getting surprises past this one already, but I think for G-Man, it's just a situation of you got to game 7, you made it competitive. Obviously, winning is more important than keeping it close. We see that with some other players too, but obviously, it's when you get that win is what matters the most. Obviously, it's unfortunately going to be tougher because he's guaranteed to be probably lower seeding, which will be his opponent's not going to be easy again. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot on the table still, but I think G-Man is, he's been competitive in the both games he lost. He could definitely get that win in tournament 3 and turn things around. As for Rogers, man, this is getting past G-Man is not easy, and I think if he plays like this, he's definitely going to be one to watch. I don't even know. Like, he really surprised me, and I'm sure he surprised everyone here. But I like it. He's finally making a name for himself. It took him a long time, but he's finally here. We'll see if he can keep this going. If he can get past Darker 8 and he's going to Sweet 16, and man, that's gonna be something.
All right, thank you both. Thank you everyone for joining us. Been a great night. We have had 2 great series back to back, and we still got one more to come. We have, in just a little bit, we will have Kev and Brock playing we'll probably get them going here. That is non-streamed. For us next on the live stream, we will have Nick and MGR coming up at 9:30. That's my time. 10:30 Eastern. And in our first installment of After Dark of this tournament, and it is going to be a fun one. So once again, we take a look at that pod one last time. Austin Rogers, the 13 seed, moving on to the tied 32 in a amazing 7-game series win. We've only had we've had 6 series so far in round 1, half double-digit seed upsets. Crazy stuff. You had Logan last night, and then Ghost over Lara in our first stream game of the season, and we still got 2 more tonight, and we got another sold-out day tomorrow. So for my partners in the booth, Charles Sanford and Yoshi, and for everyone joining us for our spectacular players, G-Man and Austin Rogers, getting the better of Gman in 7 in this one. I'm not sure. We thank you for joining us. Tune in just about half an hour or so. We will get you set for Nick and MGR in the Dolphin region, right, to play Ashley, the top seed, one of our March finalists. We will see all about that. Kevin Brock will be running parallel with us on the non-stream side in Salmon region. So until 10:30, I'm not sure. We will see you guys in just a little while. Good night.